stories and pictures of weddings and crumbling veil with lace and the letters turning dusty trains. Who could forgive the time for wanting to walk ahead? Quicken the footsteps, darling, count the days instead. There's a halo of sunlight that's a trick of the clouds. There's a curtain of crystal where the light skips and bounds. Green for the sunset, oh, and blue for the lunar year. Well of good fortune, knowing corn through the thin air. Who could forgive the time for wanting to walk ahead? Quicken the footsteps, darling, counting the days instead. Who could forgive the time for wanting to stay in bed? Quicken the footsteps, darling, counting the days instead. Quicken the footsteps, darling, counting the days instead. Thank y'all so much. You want this capo back?
No.
Oh. Oh, it's gonna be like that.
Well, this is beautiful. I need to just look up and be more present and not stare at the ground so much, as y'all know that I do a lot on the stage. But you're beautiful, and thank you. And you're beautiful out there. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna, I like Sundays because there's a little bit less traffic on the roads, and that is cause for celebration. So this is a song about summer.
I thought it was gonna be a list. Sorry, that was
Oh, I mean, that's the main one. What more do you need, really? But this is a song about summer and slowing down and appreciating less traffic. I don't know. It's called Big Damn Hurry. Everybody's in a big damn hurry. Everybody's in a big damn hurry. Everybody's in a big damn hurry. Dust on your gray cars. There's 'cause everybody's in a big damn hurry. Everybody's in a big damn hurry. Everybody's in a big damn hurry. Standing in the tall grass, it grows and it grows fast. Summer will not last. The fall. So take off my silk dress. In the heat it's a hot mess. It seems like we're scared less. Everybody's in a big damn hurry. 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 Growing carrots and Swiss chard, and chicks in the backyard. We play and we play hard. Thank you.
Shawnee
Thank you.
Kilgore.
Thank you for driving safe out there, not being one of those maniacs.
That's such a good song, Shawnee. That song is on the Shawnee Kilgore record. The song is on A Long and Precious Road, which if you don't own that, you should own that. No one owns music anymore, but you could own music. Or you could go stream it. Either way, it's a good record. Guitar player's kind of a hand, though.
A little bit. So we let it slide.
Yeah. Speaking of records, I have a new record. It's a new old record, and as much as it just came out, though it was recorded a little while ago, it's called Lighthouse Keeper. I have CD copies available. It's on Bandcamp. It is available everywhere that music is streamed that you've heard of, and about 30 of the places that you haven't heard of. Like when you go put a song on streaming these days, you know, there's like Spotify, there's Apple Music, and there's the ones that you're like, all right, I know these. And then there's ones like Deezer. What is Deezer? It sounds like the setup for a joke. Like Tidal. Tidal sounds cool. And then by the biggest irony of the streaming era is that if you actually look at like which streaming services pay the best royalties to artists, the number one right now is Napster. which started this whole thing back in 1990 something when they were like, music should be free, let's pirate it. And now they're actually paying the best royalties. So in any case, go stream music wherever you like to, but you know, do a little research and see who's paying the best rates. And right now, it's them for some reason. In any case, this is one of the first songs of the record. Second song, third song. It's called Saint Germain. Meet me by the church at Saint Germain. You won't know to call me by my name. The eyes are different, but the words remain. It's hum and broken, and the songs all sound the same as they did when I left. Before there was time, now I want for more. At the center of the rose in the petals whirl, there's emotion around the middle like the turning of the world. Here's it spin and turn the hands of a girl and puts the thorn into the thumbs as the color is all unfurled. As the red it becomes something more than blood, something more than love. When I saw her by the fountain, waiting there so long, every fiber on your overcoat was torn. He said these chances don't come often to see the paths that you worn. You're born once into the world and twice into the dawn, third onto the mountain and the fourth into my arms. I'm not a prophet 'cause I haven't earned a cent. I'm not enlightened, I just learned to travel light. I'm not the kind to say the things that he meant, and I'm afraid when you turn out the light. In the dark I can hear my heart in my ears. Yeah, the blood is the spark. When I saw you at the chapel on the altar dressed in red, there's a grand intoxication just coursing through my head. Yeah, to live 100 years and to walk on through the morning like you said. You're born once into the world and twice into the dawn, and third onto the mountain and the fourth into my arms. Meet me by the church at Saint Germain. It's been 1,000 years, it feels just the same. Don't put your hair up, no, I think it's gonna rain. Just say you love me and you'll never leave again. That's so nice to get to play that with with that.
I'm sitting in the car bathroom.
Okay.
Just
We'll turn
letting
up
you
a
know
little
that.
bit. I'd like to state that as a musician, anytime someone asks you to turn up, it's a rarity and I love it. As a lead guitar player, I also know that anytime someone asks me to turn up, it's usually I misheard them actually. As a singer, you're like, yeah. As a lead guitar player, you're like, what was that again? Usually it's all like, stop playing over that, and don't play those notes, and that's not even in the right key. Keys are just suggestions, you know? Like, if in your heart everything is free jazz, then it just works. We're gonna try that volume. If that works, give us a thumbs up back there, and if it's still too quiet, then we'll turn it up some more. Awesome.
Okay, well, I'm taking advantage of having Will here to play on things that are fun to play together. So this is another one off of that last record called Screen Door.
one capo problem. I realized that, like, we've been playing that song for a decade, and I have no clue what the parts for it are without the capo.
You would never know it, would you?
Well, I just hung back for those parts.
Because you're a professional.
That's what they keep saying. I have yet to believe them. I feel like this should be one of those Newport Folk Festival Bob Dylan like moments though, where he's like, "Does anybody here to see harmonica?" And then like people in the audience start throwing them at him because everybody there's a folk singer. I feel like in Austin I should be able to ask for a capo and people will just like hunt them at me. So if you happen to be holding, now's the time to aim right there. It would be great.
Just wait till my eyes are open so I can see it.
Yeah, let her dodge. Let her dodge. We take advantage of rooms like this and audiences like this to do the quiet ones sometimes. Some shows are loud shows, some shows are quiet shows. In any case, this is the first track off an EP I put out several years ago while I was living and working in England as a spy. Oops, I've said too much.
Not a very good one.
I have said, well, there's a reason I'm back. And it's not because I'm a double agent, folks, it's just because I'm bad at my job. But this is one of, someone joked one time that I've got like a string of songs about dead mystics, and they're not wrong, because, you know, it's just how these things go. But this one is The Ashes of Madame Blavatsky, who, she was a lot of things, and I won't give you the Wikipedia page, but she passed away in England and was cremated, and, you know, for someone who had professed belief in reincarnation and all these magical things, she ended up, her ashes ended up for at least a little while kind of in limbo because no one could decide who actually, like, possessed them. And so they just sat on the shelf in her house for a while. And that's not what she was thinking about when she was talking about reincarnation. I think she was thinking about like a butterfly or something, and instead she came back as an urn. So this is for her. If reincarnation holds true, I should like to be born away from the city in the high Himalayas, where the crown of the world shows its thorns. Detached from this body, now spinning, now coming back down. From the gray skies of London, Spanish affliction, cigarettes and a hospital gown. Masters of secrets and bridges to worlds we can't see. The larger within me, like pylons sunk deeply in the mud of an Indian sea. Clear conscience, clairvoyant, not the frog the world wants me to be. These manifestations, they're the wisdom of ages, unveiled, untethered, set free. Brothers of Luxor and sisters of Isis, come down. There's a shadow that runs from the mountains of Lhasa to the edges of old Camden Town. And the wind through these canyons is cold, it scares me to breathe. It's like treading the waters of an African cave or the Mediterranean Sea. The lotus is born of rises to breathe. The sun and the passing of souls in the ether when two of us happen to meet. And 1,000 years pass and the lotus, it will wake once again. It's reborn to a world that is also reborn. The same souls, new bodies and skins. Yeah, but here in this house, in these walls, in the woods of St. John, there's a vase, oh, ornate in its making, and it's full of the parts of a soul that is gone. There's no flying, no falling, no spinning, just an idol that rests. Last manifestation, a new transfiguration, while she's reincarnated. You know, if you're gonna write songs about dead mystics, you should also make them waltzes. Waltzes are great, you know. People like have waltzes as like, you know, the first dance at their wedding, or they like have waltzes for formal occasions. And it's my goal actually for that waltz to eventually be played at the inauguration of a coven. So
Dream big.
yeah. So if anyone's been thinking about getting witchy or like starting your own coven, like this would be the right time to do it. And I'm happy to write you theme songs. Shawnee's just looking at me like, what the hell are you talking
No, I mean, that's usually how I'm looking at you, but I had a very fun dream this morning. I often will wake up from a dream and have a melody in my head in the morning, so lots of voice memos on my phone that are very groggy and sleepy and yawning, and but this morning, I've not been sleeping very well, and this morning, within my dream, I had a melody come into my head, and I picked up my phone, and I was going to try to record it onto the phone. But you have to be careful, because if it's not in there securely enough yet, and you open your mouth and you get the wrong note, it bursts the whole bubble. So in my dream, I was trying to get it, and I was in this crowded place, and all of these people were trying to sing my melody for me, and they were getting it wrong. And I was yelling at everyone, and I was running, and I ended up hiding under a desk.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was... Wow, that motorcycle was like right at guitar feedback frequency. I was like, oh, it's feeding back. Sorry.
I'm sure he did that on purpose. So anyway, I woke up from the dream, and I was able to get the melody. But this song came from a dream that I had about a little boy that was in diapers, and he was talking to me about very, very earnestly about how our batteries are empty and it's time to go into our void now. And then he turned and he started walking down this dark staircase, and I remember thinking, wow, that's very poignant. I'm going to remember that. We were also watching a lot of The Good Place at the time, so I'm not surprised that the void made it. Thank you so much, Kate Howard.
Kate Howard, she's gonna be at NeWorlDeli on September 21st. How do I know? How do I know?
How do you know?
Because I'm wrong with her.
There you have it. And the breeze is blowing gentle in the early morning light. You shed the skin that held you in a dream, and the aching is been peeking in your front door, Sadie, all dressed up in fancy clothes. I've been sneaking in your back door, somehow everybody knows. Then the moon is pulling closer and the medicine is clean. The shadows falling silent in the wind. It was best to reconsider. It was just an old machine with a hand upon your shoulder now and then. I've been peeking in your front door, Sadie, all dressed up in fancy clothes. I've been sneaking in your back door, somehow everybody knows. Everything is quiet. We can finally close the game. With little understanding of the sin. In the interest of impatience, I was scared of being late. I was scared that you might never let me in. This is fun, huh? I'm looking at you, but you don't know that.
Sorry, I thought you were talking to the audience. That seemed like a totally reasonable thing to ask or to say.
It's fun, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, see, that makes me feel better now. I'm not waiting for a response or something like. So I'm reading this book right now. It's about sort of like the history of sort of popular music in England over the last like 100 years, because it kind of starts back towards the beginning, but it goes to the folk revival and all of this. And I forget who it was talking about. It wasn't Ewan McCall, but it was one of these guys who was like fairly new in the folk scene, pre-Burt Yanch, and like Dad-Gad tuning was so mystical that he turned his back on the audience while he tuned so that other people wouldn't steal it. That's hardcore. I'm like, man, like I can go to the internet now and like pull up like every tuning that Joni Mitchell ever used and just go steal them willy-nilly. And this guy's like, I have found a precious secret and you cannot have it. And it makes you wonder, right, whether or not folk technology has reached like its pinnacle, if there's nowhere to go up from here, because I can't just like add new tunings or invent new strings or, you know, I feel like there was still horizons. There were still buffalo roaming the prairies in 1962, and you could still do new things. So maybe that's just the grass feeling greener on the other side of the folk prairie, but
You can still write about dead mystics, so you're doing good.
well, I got here, and before we sound checked, I had a piece of Jimmy Buffett Memorial Key Lime Pie. It's really good. And, you know, something that my friends who know me musically know is that, you know, while people are joking about Margaritaville, I'm like, yeah, but he's actually low-key one of the best songwriters of the early 70s. And it's true. So Sail on, Jimmy. Mother Ocean, well, I have heard you call. I have wanted to sail upon your waters since I was 3 feet tall. When you've seen it all, you've seen it all. I watched the man who rode you switch from sails to steam. Yeah, and in your belly you hold the treasures that few have ever seen. Most of them dreams. Yeah, most of them dreams. Yes, I am a pirate, 200 years too late. The cannons don't thunder, there ain't nothing to plunder. I'm an over 40 victim of fate, arriving too late, arriving too late. I've done a bit of smuggling, and I've run my share of grass. Made enough money to buy NeWorlDeli, and I kissed it away so fast. It was never meant to last, never meant it to last. Drunk now for over 2 weeks. I passed out and I rallied and I sprang a few leaks. And I gotta stop wishing, I gotta go fishing down the rock bottom again with just a few friends. Yeah, with just a few friends. I go for younger women. I lived with several a while. I chase them away, they'll be back someday, and I still got a reason to smile, if just for a while, just for a while. Mother Ocean, through the years I found my occupation, no hazards, just in my occupation's just not around. I feel like I've drowned, so I head uptown. Yeah, I feel like I've drowned, I'm gonna head uptown. Don't go for younger women, and I have not lived with several a while, so I just wanted to clear. I wanted to clear that. That's Jimmy talking to me.
You don't have to clear that up with me. I know.
that's Jimmy talking and me being the unreliable narrator on his behalf. So I did run a bunch of grass for a while though. So
when did you stop?
What? When I sold the boat.
Will showed me this morning. I didn't realize that Jimmy Buffett was in Jurassic World.
For about 25 seconds.
In a crowd scene, hoarding margaritas.
Yeah, there's some dinosaurs that break free, and if you like pause it at the right moment, Jimmy Buffett's in the background, like picking up margaritas off a table and like running from the dinosaurs. It's pretty great. Like, it's got to be nice to be the level of famous for like one specific thing that people just call you up and it's like, you want to have a cameo in here where you drink some margaritas?
I was hoping maybe he asked them
It's
if
possible.
he could be in the movie.
I don't know, Jimmy, but he was a business.
Probably an equal level
it's
of
probably,
thing.
yeah. There were negotiations involved.
Yeah. I also just realized while you were playing that song, I feel like I know that song better than I do because I think the Little Mermaid stole some of that riff. There you see her sitting across the way. She don't got a lot to say. Something about her.
Jimmy Buffett was actually a singing lobster. Like, that's actually his secret, was that he actually was. Like, if you actually caught him at home, he'd be like, under the sea, opening restaurants, drinking margaritas, under the sea. That's what all the steel drums were about.
Can you do me a favor?
You don't really want.
Can you open up my Patreon page and find my Rocket song lyrics? Well, I have a new song and I'm excited to play it. And I was telling Will this morning about a conversation that I had with Joanna Castillo, and I was talking about the upcoming set list, and I was saying, well, I can't play this because I've played it here a couple months ago, and I can't play this one because I haven't played on it too much lately. And she says, Shawnee, I actually do like hearing songs of yours that I know. And it was funny. Yes, that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want me to hold it for you?
Maybe,
I
yeah.
can hold it for
Can you do that?
Yes.
Anyway. So that was a fun moment with Joanna, and I was glad to hear that because I also like to hear songs that I know as well as new ones. But my pride always needs something new to play.
You know, you literally had a like successful residency. The whole premise was not hearing songs that you knew.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's kind of your thing, man.
I'm not sure about the song, but it's about a rocket, I guess, and I like it. There. Actually, I want you to play with me, so don't. We have to create a space atmosphere at the breakdown, so I need you for that.
But in space, no one can hear me shred.
We'll set the compass north, we'll set the story straight. We'll teeter back and forth, just how long to sit and wait. We're leaving more than Old Town, we're grieving better There's time to settle down for oceans undivided. Take back the wedding gown to stations undecided. Is there a bigger night than one that holds a heart? And is there an alibi for where the boldest heart's been? You said the rocket's fine. I said then start the engine. We're going back in time to when the world was ending. We'll never make it home, but we can make a new day into the great unknown, into the great unknown, into the Milky Way. Into the Milky Way. Into the Milky Way. Into the Thank you, Pixie Set Up on If anyone on my Patreon page knows that I'm learning GarageBand like 15 years late, and I'm so thrilled about it. And I have no idea what I'm doing in there. So, and the only kind of place that I can record vocals in my house is literally inside of a small bathroom closet. So I'm just kind of hunched over inside the closet. And for that song, I'm like, I'm just gonna do like 10 tracks of delayed vocals and like scratch on my arm and snap. And actually, it was like playing my body. I did play my butt just so I could say that I played my butt on the song. But it's super fun, and I'm really excited about that. So if you're on my Patreon, you can hear that.
I want this record to come out just so I can have the liner notes now. Be like, but.
Oh, you need something.
I need that capo. The one true capo, the precious capo.
Keep it secret.
Along with my dad gadget. My dad gadget, my capo, you can't see them. Well, I think we're going to do one more song each, and we're going to take a short break so that we can get hydration, because
it's very important these days.
Very important these days. There's lots of important things one can be doing, but drink more water. Or beer or key lime pie. Key lime pie is sort of like a liquid. It's like a fourth state of matter, actually. There's like plasmas, gases, solids, key lime pies, meringue. Meringue, I think, is actually the fifth state of matter.
Does that mean if you donate key lime pie, you can save someone's life?
Because it's a plasma? I think those are different plasmas. I think if you gave that kind of plasma to somebody intravenously, it'd be pretty bad. But
You don't have to correct my joke.
it's scientifically inaccurate.
That's true. Your jokes rarely are inaccurate.
It's a weird set. It's a weird set because I started off with quiet ones, and then I played some more quiet ones, and then I played some quiet ones, and then there was some Jimmy Buffett, and that happened, and then we talked about him and Jurassic World. Just kind of recapping, like, this is one of those HBO previously at NeWorlDeli. In case you just came in. Just in case you just came in, this is Shawnee Kilgore, by the way. I'm going to do two more songs. This is another one. I read a book recently, and it's a book that I should have read a long time ago because I am fascinated by the arcana of history, the arcane bits, and so many years ago I got interested in the possession of the Ursuline nuns in 1634 at Loudun, France. Actually, one of the first times that Shawnee came over to dinner at my folks' place, we watched the Ken Russell film of the Devils, sort of a lurid Technicolor thing about nuns being possessed and all sexually liberated, and like it's
Very sexual.
and I'm like, hey, meet my parents, and they're sitting right here, by the way. You know, but it's that kind of family. She's got to know what she's getting into, and it ended badly. You know, she ended up outside being like, what the hell have I done? I've made a mistake. This person is not what I thought he was. And then once she realized, you know, another 13 years later, like, oh, actually, these people are exactly what I thought they were. But in any case, I finally read the definitive book about the subject by Aldous Huxley of Brave New World fame. And he wrote a very nice like historical treatise on it that turns into like a discussion of spirituality in its bigger form. But I found it actually from reading his book that the song is full of inaccuracies. But then again, so was Father Grandier's witchcraft trial that fell out of this. So in any case, all that to say that Ken Russell made the definitive film about the subject, and Aldous Huxley wrote the definitive book, and I had written the definitive bluegrass folk song about it. So it's one of those songs that three things happen when I play it. One, some people get it and they're like, oh, that's funny. Two, some people do not get it and they're like, why did I come to this show? And three, the best is when people are like, I get it and you're going to hell. Out you devil out from the priest or Bane Grandier and the Ursulines in Loudon, who he thought to lead astray. They had concourse with the devil, in Satan's arms they lay. Let the fire cleanse his spirit, let us bow our heads and pray. Come Lucifer, come Master Roth, Leviathan and all. Come Satan and Alimi, Beelzebub and Baal. Witness now this covenant, a seal laced in blood, to trample down the holy church and sin against their God. Out you devil out from the priest of Bane Grandier and the Ursulines and the Loudon, who we thought to lead astray. They had concourse with the devil, yes, in Satan's arms they lay. Let the fire cleanse the spirit, let us bow our heads and pray. You can't write a song about 17th century French nuns without throwing some bluegrass lips. They're the rules. In contortions and convulsions of the sisters laid in bed, spitting wild and bitten, screaming, wrenching hair from off their heads. What magic, what malevolence, what devilry, what bliss, to lay with Father Grandier and find out what they missed. Out you devil out from the priest of Bane Grandier, Ursulines and the Loudon, who we thought to lead astray. They had concourse with the devil, yes, in Satan's arms they lay. Let the fire cleanse the spirit, let us bow our heads and pray. The matron of this abbey, Sister Jean, it's often said, though standing only 4 foot tall, stretched 7 feet in bed. All the devil moved within her, and so did Grandier. None above him, none below him, none beside him where he lay. Out you devil out from the priest of Bane Grandier and the Ursulines and the Loudon, who we thought to lead astray. They had concourse with the devil, yes, in Satan's arms they lay. Let the fire cleanse the spirit, let us bow our heads and pray. So I took 7 years of Latin. Betsy knows. Betsy was there. She took some of those years of Latin with me. We did our time. You get a single Roman numeral 1 in the corner of your eye for every year that you did Latin. You've been on the inside. I took 7 years of Latin, and this is all I got out of it. Exorcising te omni, mundo spiritus. So you grew up for the gallows, red-eyed, wild and insidious. So what drove you from the priesthood and what brought you to the snake? Will you whisper words of comfort when they burn you at the stake? Out you devil out from the priest of Bane Grandier and the Ursulines and the Loudon, who we thought to lead astray. They had concourse with the devil, yes, in Satan's arms they lay. Let the fire cleanse the spirit, let us bow our heads and pray. Well, they to the corners of the wind, and the nuns return to habits that they indulged in now and then. Oh, but every time the wind whistles through the convent trees, oh, they feel a bit possessed between their bosom and their knees. Oh, out you devil out from the priest of Reggae, and the Ursulines salute on who they thought to lead astray. They had concourse with the devil, yes, and Satan's arms today. Let the fire cleanse the spirit, let us bow our heads and pray. Let the fire cleanse the spirit, let us bow our heads and pray. Let the fire cleanse the spirit, let us bow our heads and pray. Those were the trash songs. Now we play the good ones. In any case, thank you all for sticking around. My name is William Wallace, and on my left, from Long Island, Maine, by way of Bellingham, Washington, by way of Austin, Texas, the titan of the steel string, the chanteuse of the poetic turn, the apple in the eye of folk music, Shawnee Kilgore.
Thank you.
My name is William Wallace, and these are my 10 assistants.
I was thinking actually trash songs would be a great name for my punk band album.
Or a raccoon band. It'd be really cool if you were like a raccoon and you had a raccoon band and you just sang songs about garbage. Yesterday I found a can and it still had some food in it. Then I went to the park and I chased some squirrels, cause the squirrels are full of shit. I turned into a dog, I guess, not a raccoon. So, in any case, I'm gonna start a raccoon band one of these days. Shawnee, you're starting this set. Save it from me.
Happily. Well, this is a song that was co-written with someone in the room that you might not know as a songwriter yet. You may know Rush Evans from Co-op Radio, the singer in the song Off the Beaten Path. This is kind of fun actually to do this way. But Rush is a fantastic writer, and we've been working together on some songs, and it's been an absolute pleasure. And this is one called My Blue Go-To. It's over here.
Okay. Just check it.
Okay.
I don't need it. I don't need it.
Tom waits at the lamppost for Sinatra and a smoke. There's a cottage here for sale, and there are songs, but there's no hope that the sad ones make it better. It's one hell of a note. It's my blue go-to. I just find a deeper blue, dig a hole to get me through. It's my blue go-to. From the deep blue seas to those deep skies of blue, from behind the bluest eyes all tangled up in blue. There's no deeper blue than the blue I go to. That's my blue go-to. I just find Rush Evans. Yeah.
I came to stand just to take pictures of
Hmm.
you. I had to chase the
Fine.
video.
I feel like every time you say Rush Evans that like somewhere a beetle gets his wings. Can I have a capo? If I was gonna play you a Beatles song, Rush, I wouldn't play you that one.
Okay.
It wouldn't go down like that. We'd have to do, you know, we'd have to do something weird. You know, we probably wouldn't even like. Now, if I was gonna play a Beatles song for Rush, I would absolutely, it wouldn't be a Beatles song. I was obsessed when I was like 6, 5, something like that, with the music video for George Harrison's "I Got My Mind Set on You." Because like the clock starts moving, and then like the deer on the wall starts moving, and he's like, "Well, this time I'm gonna be real, feel the feelings that I feel, but I know if I put my mind to it, but I know that I really can do it, but it's gonna take a time." Yeah, that's another time. We'll have to do like a weird Beatles side project hoot night. Yeah. Where we can all do like, we can do the unfortunate Paul McCartney Christmas song, we can do songs from Cloud 9. It's gonna be bad, but it's gonna be great. Shawnee and I are actually doing a tribute night this week. It's Buddy Holly's birthday, or it would be, if things hadn't happened. So I think that's Thursday night at Sagebrush. Colin Gilmore and the West Texas Exiles are hosting, and they'll be the backing band, and then Shawnee will do a song with them, and I'll do a song with them, and Grant Weather's going to be there, and Anna Price, I forget who else, but there's a bunch of people. It's going to be great. We're all doing Buddy Holly songs. Except for me, actually, and I figured out what I'm going to do, which is I'm going to come in the horn rim glasses and the skinny suit, and I'm going to start playing a Buddy Holly song. But then, like 30 seconds into it, I'm gonna go, "I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, there's just no reason to do this song," and then I'm gonna play Radio. So, because I mean, Elvis just stole the look. This is from the record I put out last month. I said that I only got one thing out of 7 years in Latin, but that's probably true. But this is sort of a Herculean love song. In AD 79, Vesuvius erupts. The people of Pompeii. I would like to say they're probably at home, asleep in their beds, but they're probably going, "Oh shit, volcano! Eke! Hey ho!" Yeah, they're probably doing that, as the pyroclastic flow trundles down the mountain and gas overwhelms the city, and they're all entombed in rock and ash for 2,000 years. Until archaeologists come and they dig it up, and they find out, wow, these people are just like us. Here they are, sitting down to a meal, buried in rock, just like they were preserved here forever. We even found their graffiti. And it turns out that 2,000 years ago, people were painting exactly the same things on the wall they are now, except that it says stuff like, "For a good time called Gaius Catullus." Romanes Domus. In any case, this is a very serious song. asleep, she throws an arm across my side. She's long and soft and languid, and her heart beats close, her eyes are open wide. She says, last night I dreamt of serpents racing down the mountainside, and the tongues will fork like lightning, and their bodies forged in fire, and they drove us to the water, and with no place left to hide, we jumped in without our clothes on, we went out just like a tide. Lines of sweat are falling, yeah, she's burning, giving up, she's cold, she's fire, she's naked under earth and rock and cotton sheets. And the pressure building slowly every time her red heart beats, like the world might split apart if our bodies finally meet. And there's only stone and diamond where a woman used to be. All that fire, all that fury making channels towards the sea. So open up and swallow me in. I would like to feel the same way that I did when we began. I sail away, oh, you draw me back, in the waters rush to fill the places where the oceans crack. Eveline is the sound that tears a hole across the blue uncertain sky. She's a metronome with thunder sounding back and forth to keep the time. She says, last night I dreamt of trumpets down from heaven's gate on high, and the smell of burning sulfur seeps from hell's one open eye, and then the fever finally breaking in the cooling winds that whine from the falling walls of Jericho, crumbling mountainsides. And I know that day's coming, in my mind I plainly see two statues laid in embrace where our bodies used to be. And the years may treat us kinder than the years it meant to be, but I know that day is coming when there's only you and me. Eveline unwinds herself from sleep, throws the window shutters wide. It's morning on the mountain, she comes back to bed, she lays down by my side. She says there's nothing to remember from the dreams of sleep gone by, so we might as well just lay here with the sunlight in our eyes, or we'll walk down to the water, lay before us deep and wide, jump in with all our clothes on, and go out just like the tide. So open up and swallow me in. I would like to feel the same way that I did when we began. I sail away, oh, you draw me back, and the waters rush to fill the places where the oceans crack.
the truth's not real? What if I can't go home? What if I'm just a rolling stone, growing afraid of how I've grown? I'm hoping you miss me. I'm hoping you see me strong. There's a light in the history. I'm careful to leave it on. 'Cause what if we can't go home? How do we stop these rolling stones? How do we fix these broken bones? It's making a difference. Questioning everything. I'm going the distance. Even a lost bird sings. What if I can't go home? What if I'm just a wishing stone, going wherever I've been thrown? Just going wherever I've been thrown. This lion is mighty and brave and good. She's small but she's trying to do what a big lion would. This lion, this lion.
Green dress that she wore with feathers one time at the circus. Reckless, open to the wild wind and sun. You could do anything you want.
Green leaves, a road built from a canopy of old trees. With green sleeves to welcome back the coming of the sun. To usher in a season just begun.
Take off your shoes and settle down. Even when you're sleeping, the world still circles round and round and round. Take up your head and let it down, down, down. All your green dress falls in circles to the ground.
That moon eyes open to another morning.
blossoms swirl around the crown. Yeah, the two our broken hearts that can't be found. Oh, they shattered, but they never made a sound. Take off the shoes and settle down. Even when you're sleeping, the world still circles round and round and round. Take up your hair and let it down, down, down. All your green dress falls in circles to the ground. Thanks, y'all. Actually, not one of the mountain goats, it's just a mountain goat.
Oh, yeah. Well, this song was inspired. It was a conversation about the moon I was having with a dear friend, and we were just sort of looking at it. And we said, "Oh, that moon." I said, "Looks like a crescent." And then one of us said, "Looks like a crooked fingernail." That was used to be the first line of this song, and my mother politely commented that maybe I should take it out. The moon is a crescent, the curve of a sail, the last cup of milk as it's poured from the pail, the half parenthetical swish of a tail. The moon is a quarter, the glass is half light. She's turned on a lamp, she's fixed and right. She leaves space to keep all her secrets from sight. Let's go to the moon, where I can just love you. Let's go to the moon, where we can just be. And let's go to the moon, she's thinking of you, thinking of me. The moon is an apple cut straight through the core. She's full and she's milky, a spill on the floor. She's circular breathing, she's pulling ashore. The moon is a quarter, the glass is half dark, but it's bathed in the high beams of a neighboring star. And the world ain't so big, the moon ain't so far. Let's go to the moon, where you can just love me. Let's go to the moon, what else can we do? Let's go to the moon, 'cause she's thinking of me, thinking of you. hid by your smile, the sparkle of eyes, and we let them run wild. The moon is invisible, no one can see. There are nights when I think that it's no one but me, or maybe she did and finally broke free. Let's go to the moon, where she can just love us. Let's go to the moon, she won't care who we were. Let's go to the moon, 'cause she is thinking of us, thinking of her. Let's go to the moon, where I can just love you. Let's go to the moon. Thank you.
I'm gonna tell the whole story this time. I'm gonna lay all my troubles out along this dotted line. I won't waste what I am given, I won't waste whatever's mine, or any more of your time. Kindness that you will extend to me, mercy of your wings conceals the bones that you can't see. Did you say that there was room for me in the stories of your dreams, and the songs you sing to me? There's a bird that nests between the crooked parts. It's two beating wings, they flutter fast and sharp. It's a song about the space between our hearts. There is time that wasn't, time will be. There are words that I have written in the spaces that you can't see. I have nothing more to offer than a reason to believe. There's no more that I can be. Trace them down the lines back to the tell my whole story this time, from the earliest beginnings to the last undotted line. I won't waste a single word, no, I won't waste whatever's mine. Well, I won't make those mistakes this time. Thanks, y'all. Shawnee Kilgore.
Thank you very much, NeWorlDeli. Y'all are getting a round of applause too. It's been fantastic. Thank you very much.